In a brand new interview with the Rock of Nations with Dave Kinchen classic rock show, legendary German guitarist MICHAELSCHENKER was asked about ex-Judas Priest guitarist KKDOWNING's claim that he was the first guy to bring the flying V guitar to the heavy metal scene. Schenker said,
He's actually saying that? No, I'm just saying there was an interview with KK. He said that he had that look first, and then I also heard an interview with you. Wait, that's what I'm asking. He actually said that? KK Downing said that? Oh, that is so... I mean, those people out there, they are so desperate for recognition and for being the first and taking all the bloody credit, like my brother. It is unbelievable. These people, I have no expectations. And because of that, people think they can walk all over me and rip me off and then drive themselves and take the credit. I heard even Metallica saying, the guitarists, they invented the gallop. I had a gallop on rock bottom and well before. I mean, these people are crazy, they are so desperate for fame. When I went to the whiskey, first of all, Judas Priest and UFO was recording at the same studio. And Judas Priest guitarists are MICHAELSCHENKER fans. That's number one. So if they are not MICHAELSCHENKER fans, it's most likely that KK Downing ripped me off rather than the other way around. Then when I went to the Whiskey Go-Go, when I first had my first American tour with my girlfriend, when I was 19 years old, somewhere 74 or so, 75, we saw Judas Priest at the Whiskey Go-Go. When they came on stage, I looked at my girlfriend, she looked at me. It was a double of me. It was an absolute double. He had the curly hair, he had the flying V, he had my stage outfit, as close as you can get it. It was unbelievable. And the fact is, everybody knows that he is a fan of MICHAELSCHENKER. So why did he lie about this in the first place? That is crazy. We played at his venue, the Steel something, I can't remember what the name of the venue is. Yeah, he has a venue, and in my dressing room there was a gift from KK Downing with an envelope of a nice welcome with chocolates and a whole basket full of goodies and stuff like that, and with a thanks note, etc., etc. Obviously, he was very happy that I was playing in his place. I'm shocked, to be honest, that people are so desperate that they even lie about that, even though people can trace their interviews from the past when they have said that they are MICHAELSCHENKER fans, etc., etc. I mean, it is unbelievable, but I'll tell you what, I mean, I have heard and seen a lot of things, nothing surprises me anymore.
In recent years, Michael has repeatedly accused his brother, Scorpions guitarist Rudolf Schenker, of completely distorting his personality as an icon by using the flying V himself, and has also accused his brother of ripping off his image. When asked if he had listened to the new Scorpions album, Rock Believer, Michael responded,
I don't listen to music. I definitely wouldn't listen to Rudolf's music, period. I don't trust Rudolf. He is a bully, and I don't connect with bullies, and no normal person would.
When's the last time you talked with him? Or when's the last time you had any connection?
Years and years. 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
He ripped me off. They asked me to help them, and they didn't credit me for the songs I've written. And they asked me for I never knew about these things until 2015. They tried to make the Love Tribe album their own. They didn't give me any credits, and they asked me to help them when Rudolf found out that I had left the UFO. They asked me to help them with a done Love Tribe album because my peers was not capable. And so I said, okay, I will do that, and that's it. Their expectations was that I join the band and leave and stay with them. But I just left UFO. Why would I do the whole thing again? I had a different vision of what I wanted to do. And anyway, I opened the doors for America for them with the help of the Love Tribe album. The Blackout album is a copy of the Love Tribe album, basically, because they didn't really know which way to go, but I had fixed idea of like the way I was writing, the way I was doing things. They were leading to success. And Rudolf always used to ask me for reference. Yeah, what do you think, Michael? What do you think, Michael? What do you think, Michael? Until they did blackout, and then it was more like, screw you, Michael. And then they started to tell me that. And in 2015, they asked me to help them with a set box. And when I found out that they lied about how the Love Tribe album came about, when I found out that my intro that I wrote for the holiday on Love Tribe, and that I wrote coast to coast all the melodies and gave it to Rudolf because he asked me if I would give it to him so he can have the whole song, and I gave it to him as a present. I don't know why they treated me like this, as a thanks, They should have really appreciated my help, but they never showed 1 inch of appreciation. They were so focused on success and fame. Rudolf was running over dead bodies to get there. I heard a story that they paid 50,000, or the Scorpions or the record company or whoever, $50,000 to promote Rocking Like a Hurricane. And they paid off radio stations to play their song. Otherwise, the song would have never gotten onto radio.
Mm. Was it? Do you think they were jealous of you? I mean, do you think? Because I know the story was that
yes,
there was
all they have left for me is Schadenfreude. You know what Schadenfreude means, and that comes from jealousy. Jealousy and Schadenfreude comes together. It is one of the most primitive ways of living life.
Mm. Wow. Yeah, because I know there was another piece of meat. The story was that there were the 3 songs that was publicly said that you did on Love Drive, but you did the whole thing. You worked on the whole thing.
I actually ended up playing on the whole album, but it didn't stick out because Dieter Dirks, when I was in the studio, he kept asking me, oh, Michael, do something here, Michael, do something here, Michael, do something here, because he knew that I was polishing the album to a highest level standard. And by getting me involved in so many things, I can't even remember how many things. He always asked me, Michael, please do this. I only know that I did like 4 or 5 solos. I don't even remember how many solos I did. And because in the end I was copied so much that I can't even tell anymore, because I was kind of put into this situation so quick, and I was bombarded with helping out in so many different ways that by the end, only years later, I realized, man, bloody hell, what I was doing for that album was like beyond my memory. Only it all came back when I was cheated by this set box thing, and the Scorpion. I for the first time realized how poisoned Rudolf had been by all of that success. That was what do you call it? It was fabricated. The whole success was fabricated. Basically, Rudolf was trying to convince America that he was me, and he even told me stories. Oh, Michael, can you believe it? Joe Perry tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, Michael, how are you doing? So even musicians, they mistaken Rudolf with me. Can you believe it? How many in the audience didn't understand who was Rudolf, who was Michael at the end of the day, both having Schenker blonde hair and playing the Flying V black and white. Like I told you, I never looked into the machine. I never was part of that whole scene. So therefore, I was just a silent kind of, what do you call it? I was a silent extremely important, extremely important person to the whole scene of rock and roll. But because of my silence and not having any interest participating in the mainstream and the commercial world, I was an easy person to be ripped off, because I would not know that I was ripped off until 2015, when they approached me to help them with the set box. That's when I found out that in the end my name wasn't even mentioned anymore on the Love Tribe album. When it was re-released in Russia and China and so on, It looked like it was an album that Rudolf and Klaus created, and there was no Michael Schenker involved. Rudolf wishes he could own my spirit. He is so jealous, and he is so, because he is not a musician. Rudolf does not really know, has no feeling for drumming. You check it out yourself. You'd ask Rudolf to drum something. He has no sense. He's a rhythm guitarist, and he has no sense of rhythm. And Rudolf is a businessman. Rudolf is a businessman dressed as a musician. That's all. The same with Kiss. They are only in there for money and fame and figure out how they can fabricate, how they can trick, and how they can, play with tape on stage to make them sound impressive, or re-record the audience to make them sound loud. All of these tricks. Rudolf is a master in fabrication and manipulation, because his dream was to be like Elvis Presley and the Rolling Stones, period.
Wow.
And he walks over dead bodies, including his little brother.
Thank you for tuning in, and please hit that like button, it's appreciated. Make sure that you subscribe for more rock-related content.